Okay, welcome back, you guys. This is going to be a requested video. Everyone was asking me, Zara, is the pumpkin seeds good for parasites? Is the papaya seeds good for parasites? Can I just take those for parasites every day and I'm good? Like, there is one lady who said, I have papaya seeds and pumpkin seeds every day and I'm just good. That's all I do. And I just go back to eating the regular diet that I'm eating. So, I want to walk you guys through how to actually do a parasite cleanse effectively. Because the mistake that I see a lot of you guys make is that first of all, we're not educated on parasites and what they are and what they do to the body and how they operate in the body. So I'm going to walk you through how they operate first and then walk you through how to do the parasite cleanse. Some people don't even do the parasite cleanse for the amount that you should. So I got notes, right? Trust me, I ain't coming. This is for 4 months. This is what you need to be doing for 16 weeks, which is 4 months. So this, I did not come to romp with none of you guys. Okay, so we're gonna dive into that. So for the people who are joining in live, yes, hi. The lighting like off today because if I turn on the light, you will see reflection, which is like not that cute. So we're gonna have to be a little dark. Okay, let's dive in. The biggest mistake I see people make on their detox is not knowing what to take. Also, not really. Let's talk about parasites. Okay, what is a parasite, right? A parasite is an organism like me and you. Okay, so for example, us. We need a roof over our head, right? If we were homeless, that wouldn't be ideal for us, right? So we need a roof over our head, right? What else do we need? We need food, water to survive, right? To sustain life, to reproduce. That's what we need to sustain life, to reproduce, and get by. Same with parasites. Parasites are organisms very smart at that. Organisms like me and you. So they need a host, right? They need a place to live. So they live in your body, especially if their conditions are favorable for them. Okay? They also need food and water, just like how we need food and water, right? So a parasite can live its best life with a host that gives them food, water, right? Because they need that too. So that's number one. These are organisms that are very, very smart. When you are doing a parasite cleanse, you need to be doing a cleanse for at least 4 months. Some of you guys just chug a bunch of chia seeds and pumpkin seeds and think you're good and then you go back to eating how you eat. No. Depending on how long you've been eating the standard American diet, this process for you may be a long ass process, right? And I'm keeping it real today. Okay, I'm on my menstruation, so I'm a little bit like I'm gonna keep it 100% with you guys. I'm not playing around. Not playing around. So let's say, for example, you've been eating junk food, the standard diet for 30 years. So 30 years. It might take you a hot minute to actually fully detox from parasites. Because what happens is that parasites are very, very smart. They know when you're doing a parasite cleanse. They know when you are trying to eat healthy. They know these things. So what do? What they do is that as they are dying off, they spruce and they get all of their toxins. So they push out all their toxins and their offsprings into your body. So they know that when you're doing a detox cleanse, when you're trying to eat healthy, because they will start to push and spoosh out. I like the word spoosh out their toxins and their offsprings into your body, right? They put this into your bloodstream. They hide behind heavy metal. They hide in your nervous system, even in your brain, look, all over your body. They hide where they can get in. It's like get in where you can stay in, essentially. So if you have an environment in your body, so if you have a lot of yeast in your body, a lot of sugar, a lot of candida, a lot of mold in your body, the parasites love that. They feed off of that, right? So you have to understand that. You can't just eat these for a day and like, I'm cool, I'm good. It doesn't work like that, right? There's gonna be parasites in the blood, brain. Even I've seen with one client I had, there was like parasites up in her, up in her little vagina. They're coming out of the vagina. They come out in various ways, okay? Parasites can also hijack your DNA. Now, what does this do to the body? Now, they like to hide mainly in heavy metals, and then they hijack your nervous system so your body cannot detect them. Right? Because once your body detects these parasites, oh, they're going to start fighting, and then the parasites are going to die off. So they'll hijack your system in particular. And I want to talk about this because majority of your nerve endings are in your gut, right? And what happens as soon as you start eating healthy? What happens, you guys? What typically happens? You fall off. You start having cravings. You good on your diet for a week and then you fall off and you're like, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm so sad. I just have headaches. Da, da, da. That's not you feeling this way. It is the parasites. Because they're hijacking your nervous system. Your nervous system is like the feminine of your body. So that's their sensory, your thoughts. Right? They also they love hijacking the vagus nerve, right? The vagus nerve is in control of your digestive system, your lungs, your heart rate, but mainly your digestive system. It's the longest nerve in your parasympathetic nervous system, and they love hijacking that vagus nerve, right? Because it's in control of your gut. That is why so many people come to me, they say, I cannot stay consistent on my diet. I do so good for 1 week, and then I go back and craving the wheats, the glutens, the sugar, the breads, the egg, the meats. It's because the parasites, they know when you're about to eat healthy because they hijack your whole entire body, right? So majority of our nerve endings are here, right? I always say your gut is your second brain, right? Your brain doesn't tell you, oh, I'm hungry. No, you get that signal from your gut. And if your gut is hijacked with parasites, then you will crave parasite-forming food. That when people detox, they can only last a week and then they fall off. And I want to really ingrain this into you guys because this is the problem that I'm seeing. You are not the problem, right? Like if you're craving sweets, it's not you. Because some of the people that I talk to, some of the clients that I have, they're like, I don't even want this food. I know this food for me. And I want to actually talk about that real quick. A lot of you guys know that this food is bad for you. But since these parasites are hijacking your nervous system, they're going to hijack your emotions. Oh, well, I just want my cookie. Oh, well, I don't want to eat healthy. It's all about balance. But you know on a subconscious level that doesn't make any sense. It's like you eating healthy, trying to clear the trash, right? I'm taking out the trash, guys. I'm eating healthy. I'm detoxing, taking out the trash. And then you add more trash in your body. It's like taking out the trash, but adding more trash in it. So like it just does, it's like an ongoing cycle. And we all know this. We have to be strong and understand because you don't know what you don't know. So if you don't know why you're experiencing this, then more likely than not, you will give into your cravings. Versus someone who knows why this is happening, know why they crave the foods that they crave. They know why, then they're unlikely to do it. Because if you know the consequences of something, then you will most likely have a choice to make that you are in control of and you know, okay, this is my outcome, this is not my outcome. Oh my God, someone said you remind me of Candace Owens. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Okay. So I just think that's really funny. Okay. Okay. So that's what that's like with Parasite Cleanse. Okay. Yeah. No, I like it crazy to think like I didn't know like I would remind you of her. I think that's just like crazy in a good way. But yes, back to what I was saying with the parasites. Okay. This is why it's happening, and we need how to cleanse the body. So I'm gonna walk you through how to do this, okay? Parasites minimum be 4 months because you want to make sure that you're getting rid of all of their junk, right? Because they will spew out toxins and they will, spew out offsprings. You want to make sure that you're getting rid of all of it. Even when they lay eggs as well, which is like their offspring. You want to make sure that we get rid of that. So 4 months minimum. And I want to add this in before I walk you guys through this. The way you will know that you have parasites, or the way that you know that you are done with your parasite cleanse, is if you can look at pizza. What's something that people love? In-N-Out, Chipotle. You can look at little fast foods and not feel the need to eat them. You actually kind of get grossed out by them. That is a good sign to tell that your parasites are done. That's a good sign to tell that you successfully eliminated parasites. Because me, child, when I see Domino's pizza, when I see greasy burgers, when I walk past McDonald's, I get disgusted. When I look at a piece of rotting meat in a grocery store, I have a video on meat and how you shouldn't get it from the grocery store if you are eating meat, but that's a different story. When I see meat, because I'm like, that's rotten. Why would anyone eat that? Again, we know these things, but your body will constantly try to defend you and say, no. We got to cleanse out that whole entire body. So let me walk you guys through how to do it effectively, okay? So this is a 4-month process. I wrote this down for you guys today. So number 1, this is what you need to do in a parasite cleanse, okay? You remove all wheat, right? All breads, all gluten, all dairy, all processed food that's coming from a box. If you are eating food right now that's been through more than 3 processes, you're gonna throw that in the garbage. So pretty much anything that's coming from a box, you're throwing that out. Even if it's quote unquote plant-based or considered raw, we're throwing it out. There is these raw coconut sheets that I used to eat, right? During a parasite cleanse, you're not eating that. So you're not eating kelp noodles, because I know for the people who in here who are raw, they do that. We're not eating that. We're strictly going to remove all of that. No seasonings. No seasonings that's coming, that you have to, no seasonings. No, we're removing that whatsoever. Okay, I'm really serious. No food coming from a box. No nuts, no seeds during this first week of the parasite cleanse. Week 1, all you're doing is high fruits and high vegetables. So 80% fruits, 20% vegetables. And what fruits should you be eating? You should be eating your astringent fruits. Think about citrus, kiwi, pineapple, green apples, red apples too. Red apples are a little bit high on the glycemic rate. So if you are pre-diabetic, watch out for the pineapple and the kiwi because they get a little sweet. But everything else is fine. Astringent fruit, peaches, plums, dragon fruit. Things that pull toxins and acid out of the body because you want to pull these things out of the body. You don't want them in the body. So you want astringent. Astringent pulls things. So think about like astringent, pulls things out the body. Okay, and then 80% vegetables, you want to do your dark leafy greens like parsley, cilantro. Celery is really good for natural sodium. Cucumber, dark, well, it's not really leafy, but it's a green. Kale, broccoli, you want to add in your dark leaf. Dandelion greens, chef's kiss for the gut. Okay, you want to do things like that. Along with lymphatic exercises. Now, I have videos on lymphatic exercises as well, so you guys can check those out. Or you can Google them. But I have some videos on how to do this full body stomach, how to do the face one, how to do one for the breast, because a lot of things happening with women in the breast, okay? So that's week 1. Week 2, same thing. So week 1 and 2, pretty much the same. So you're eating high fruits. Yeah. And also, guys, make sure you guys write this down as well. Okay, because I'm not writing anything ready. Can I speak today? I am not writing anything on the board. So if you guys need to pause the live, and write this down, okay? Very, very helpful for you guys because I won't put it in the description. Week 2, same approach. Okay, and then you want to up the movement. So my favorite movement to do to up the lymphatic system is simply just jumping. So I have all my clients like jump like this. For about 5 to 10 minutes every day. Start 5 minutes and then move up to 10. Because the first time you do it, you may out of breath. It's more intense than running, right? It's more intense than for a jog. We're really opening up each lymph node in the body. Really powerful. Week 3, now we're getting into juicing. We are now going to be juicing just green juice, right? We don't want to juice any fruits. We need that fiber to push out the body through the bowel. So we need to still be pooping, right? But the juicing will help with the kidney as well because we're going to be adding some green. So the best green juice to make is you want to get about 3 to 4 green apples. You want to get a thumb of ginger, half a lemon, skin on. You want to get a handful of cilantro, parsley. What else do I have on here? I think that's all I have, but there's more that you want to add. Oh, and 2 sticks of 3. And then you want to sprinkle some cayenne pepper on top and drink that. Okay, you're drinking that for week 3. So yes, you're drinking it for a week. So 7 days for week 3. Plus, you're still going to be having your astringent fruits and your dark leafy greens, just like week 1, week 2, and week 3. Okay. Thank you, Jay. I will subscribe to your channel, but you're well spoken plus beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Week 4. Open up your pathways slowly. Woo. Okay. So if you guys don't know, I talk about detox pathways all the time, but this is important. Your detox pathways must be open, because if they're not open, then these parasites ain't leaving the body. They will try to leave your body through the skin. That's why you see people when they do a detox, they start breaking out. Or they start smelling bad. Or they start having yeast coming from vagina, smelling bad. It's because your detox pathways are not open. Once your detox pathways are open, these symptoms will cut you. There's 9 detox pathways, and I want to walk you through. The brain, the lungs, your digestive system, your liver, your kidney, lymphatic system, your skin, your blood, and if you're a woman, your reproductive, your vagina. Okay? So these pathways should be open at all times, because you want to make sure that you're peeing out these toxins, you're pooping out these toxins, sweating out these toxins through the lymphatic system, you're breathing out these toxins, you're breathing out CO2, which is metabolic waste. All metabolic waste in your body gets converted to CO2. So you want to make sure you're breathing. So important. Not a lot of people are actively breathing correctly. So I'll show you guys how to do that at the end. Brain, lymphatic system through sleep. Sleep is a form of detox. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body might have the energy to actually do this detox, and you might end up being extra drained and tired. So sleep is really important. So when you're doing this, preferably you can be low impact and not really be out your house. If you can, take off work or work from home or whatever you need to do to make sure that you are good so you can heal your body and you don't have to go through these health issues down the line, you need to do it now. Okay. How do we initially start open ways? So we're going to start with the liver. The liver is already going to be open because you're eating fruits, but now we got to open it up. Okay. So you want to initially start with some herbs. So herbs like milk thistle. So you can steal this, right? This is a herbal blend. So you want to blend these together. Every herb that I tell you to take, you want to blend it together. So milk thistle, wild yam root, and dandelion root, right? You want to start lightly opening up the liver. So you want to take these herbs as a tea. Okay, hot water tea. Really help open up the body. You want to take this morning and night. So you want to take this about 15 minutes to 30 minutes after you wake up in the morning. And then you want to take this about 2 hours before bed. Okay, and that's going to be different for everyone because we all wake up at different times. So that's week 4. Week 5. You're drinking, just for clarity, because I feel like people are going to ask. Yes, you take this every single day for a week, for week 4. Okay, just for clarity. Now, week 5, bitters. Now, you're still going to be doing your lymphatic exercise every single day for the whole entire cleanse. You're still going to be having astringent fruit only, so no sweet fruits. So no mangoes. What's a sweet fruit? No bananas. What else is sweet? You get it. You guys know. No sweet fruits. So now, this is the bitter herbs you're going to take for week 5. So now you're only taking these herbs for the full 5 weeks. So you can forget about the other herbs. So now, new set of herbs. Cerci. Now, if you can't find cerci, you can do bitterwood, because I know cerci is a Jamaican herb, and I don't know where they sell that if you're in North America or in some other country. But cerci, if you can get your hands on it, bitterwood, cascara sagrada, milk thistle, dandelion root, and burdock root. Okay, so you're taking that on top of your astringent fruits that we mentioned and your dark leafy greens. Okay, week 6, same thing, same bitters. Now, week 7, you need to open up your kidneys. So, week 7, parsley, red clover, milk thistle. You got to get on that. You gotta get on that. Okay. So now we're like what, 2 months in? What, 6 weeks? 6 weeks is what, 2 months? Yeah. Right? No. So like we're like a month and a half in. Sorry, my brain. So that's week 7. Week 8. Yeah, week 8 is now 2 months. Lymphatic, we're gonna do straight lymphatic. So week 8 is lymphatic system. We're opening up the lymph. So this is where you're going crazy with the lymphatic massages, the jumping every day, the tippy toes as well, the slapping, massaging the body to open up those nodes. Okay, and the best herbs for the lymphatic system is red clover, milk thistle, and you want to add in, of course, bitter. So the bitter that I have in this mixture is cerci. Week 9, blood purifying. Now we're going over the blood, because what happens when you are doing this cleanse is that toxins are going to always be in the blood, right? Cellular waste goes straight into the blood sometimes, or most times. So we have to target the blood. This is the biggest mistake I see people make when they're detoxing, when they're healing. They don't target the blood. The blood is a source of life, okay? You have micro organs, you have micro organs. So macro, micro, small, right? You have 150 trillion cells. As we speak, my cells are going through death and rebirth. I probably lost like 1 million cells just sitting here. And I also rebirthed some cells too. So beautiful. But now we have to cleanse the blood, because your cells don't have the luxury to get up and eat like we do. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna have a salad today, or no. So we have to make that we are loving our cells and feeding them through the foods that we eat. I like to think of it like having a baby, right? Little baby inside of you. Do you want to nourish that baby, or do you want to make that baby ill? Probably want to nourish it. So we want to make sure that, number one, of course, we're going to be eating throughout this whole cleanse. We want to make sure that we're purifying the blood, so all the waste doesn't go into our cells and pollute the cells. So the blood purifying herbs are going to be wormwood, burdock root, matumba root. That's M-U-T-A-A. Oh, sorry, it's actually a bark. So M-U-T-A-M-B-A, bark. Sarsaparilla, and then you want to, of course, do your dark leafy greens. Dandelion greens are really good for this, and parsley are really good. Okay, week 10, you're still doing the same thing. So week 9 and 10, you're having these herbs every day for week 9 and 10. Week 11, I call it death row, okay? Because, yeah, you will be in your deathbed, or you will feel like you are. Have a little humor there. Okay. This is where you're doing strictly bitters. Wormwood, black walnut, and cerci. And then in the meantime, body massages. So you will massage certain meridian pathways in the body. So we have meridian pathways in the body where when you massage them or you activate them, it helps with releasing certain toxins in the body. And also targeting certain organs as well to wake up, which is really crucial because we're working on opening up pathways. So certain parts in your body you can activate through certain tapping, okay? And you want to rub pumpkin seed oil on those meridian pathways, okay? Okay. And this is when you want to start eating your papaya seeds and your pumpkin seeds. So you want to take a handful of pumpkin seeds and papaya seeds and eat that every single day for the whole week in week 11. Okay. And what you want to do is cut the remaining of the papaya that you have and freeze it, because you're going to need it for week like 14. So you're going to need it in about 2 weeks. Okay? Hopefully that's clear for everyone. All right. So week 12 is your finale. So your finale herbs are going to be burdock root, dandelion root, milk thistle, spearmint, and ginger root. That's what you're taking. Alongside with the astringents, the dark leafy greens. You're gonna take this, okay? And that's your finale. That's the grand finale. After you get rid of all the parasites, like those stubborn ones that are just, I'm not leaving. Oh, you're gonna leave today. We go in for the finale, and now they're dead. With your offsprings too, okay? So the reason why I say death row, because this is where they will probably start to hatch those eggs that we spoke about earlier. This is when they will get stubborn. But we got it. So we're gonna get it. Okay. Week 13. This is when you want to start adding in your berries, melons to rebuild the body. After your body, your lymphatic system, your immune system, all of that, after your body went through a big fight, it went to war for you, for your health. You want to forgive your body, love your body, punish your body with berries. Blueberries, blackberries, bilberries if you have. The berry family is so long, so you can really just find, like, all berries on that list is good to use. You can have berry smoothies, and this is where you can start adding in some of that ashwagandha powder, certain supplements here and there, but not like big supplements. Another thing as well, yeah, no supplements, no nothing when you're on this cleanse, but I'm gonna get to that at the very end. Okay, melons, of course, like watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe, those things. Okay, and then week 13, you still want to be having the finale herb, so the burdock, dandelion root, milk thistle, spearmint. All right, week 14, slowly start adding more variety into your food. So that's where we go back in our freezer. We take the papaya that we froze and we start making smoothies. We start eating avocado again. You know, we start dabbling in more different fruits from different cattle. Now we can start eating more for our body. Okay, so you can make more smoothies, but make sure you're eating fully raw. So you're not cooking any foods. You're not cooking anything. The only thing that should be on the stove is your herbs. But we're not cooking any food. So week 14, we're still raw. No beans, no seeds, no nuts. You can still have like pumpkin seeds, but we're not having no nuts. Okay, week 15, same thing. Week 16, now we can start dabbling a little bit of nuts here and there, a little bit of seeds. Remember in the beginning, I spoke about that coconut, the raw coconut spread or the raw coconut wraps. Now we can dive into that. If you're raw vegan and you know what I'm talking about. Kelp noodles, we can kind of dive in that here and there. And that's week 16, that's 4 months. Okay, thing. Someone's gonna ask me, when can I go back to my regular diet? Good question. So when you do a Parasite Cleanse, I mean, if you don't want to go through this process all over again, like the long process, then I would recommend you stay right here. So you can stay right here with everything. But I mean, you can start as quick as you need to, but then you will have to start this whole process over again, and that's kind of your free will. Okay, one more thing I want to add on. So parasites hide behind heavy metals, right? Especially aluminum. So during this detox, this is the part where it's like you got to do this part because we want to make sure that we're doing it effectively, okay? Parasites, viruses, they can stay dormant in the body. A lot of people don't even know that they have certain viruses like HSV, all that stuff. So during this cleanse, we want to make sure that we're not adding in any heavy metals to our body. So during this cleanse, no deodorant. All you're going to be using is lemon or lime. Works wonders to help detox the armpits. So you're going to rub a little bit of, cut a lemon, rub that on your armpits. A lemon or lime. No makeup, my ladies. If you want to wear makeup, you're going to use some eyeliner. You're going to use some charcoal powder, put some water, and then use that for eyeliner. Okay, that's what I used to do. No makeup. Lip gloss, put shea butter on your skin, or put grapeseed oil on your lips. No makeup. Okay? 4 months, you might be, this might be your time to go a little bit ghost. No makeup, no scents. If you want something scented on your body, use lavender, lemongrass, jasmine, vanilla, honeysuckle. I like honeysuckle. It smells like a beautiful flower. You can use rose oil, but you're not perfumes with alcohol. You're not using that. Okay, everything is going to be all natural. For your skin, okay, water on the skin, that's it. No heavy soaps, none of that. Nothing that causes chemicals. Remember, we want to also open up our skin as a detox pathway. And your skin is one of the pathways that absorbs everything. Your skin is like a sponge. Whatever you put on your skin goes straight into your bloodstream. And remember how I told you that that is how your cells eat? So you need to treat your cells like you love your cells. Don't put any toxins on your body. And I know it's hard, right? Like I can't sit here and lie and say it's not hard. But in order to really heal your body effectively, we need to do it. So like I said, no makeup, no perfumes. If you need to smell beautiful, use essential oils to brush your teeth. No toothpaste with pride, none of that gunk. You can use charcoal, you can use bentonite, you can use neem powder to brush your teeth and then put a little drop of peppermint so at least you smell good. Even when you're showering, use natural soaps like black soap, lemongrass. When you're lotioning your body, use shea butter. I put shea butter on my skin today, so that's why she looks glowing. No makeup, you know how it is. Okay. Actually, I should have went like this. Try not to do lash extensions because the glue. If you want mascara, use like charcoal and put a little bit of like oil and then put that on your lashes for that look, for that lash lift. Try not to have anything fake in your hair as I speak, like this. Like when I would cleanse, like I had my hair natural. Try to get fabrics that are like cotton, linen, silk, things like that. Try to stay away from like tight workout clothes that trap moisture in your body. You want to get everything out of your body. Yeah. Try not to get your nails done. What else do we do as women? And by the way, I'm not on a cleanse, so I can have my nails done. And it's my birthday month, so please. Hello from South Africa. Love videos. Appreciate what you do. Yes, Natasha. Hi, babe. So happy that you're here. All right. That is it. What else do ladies do? Try not to... Okay, here's another one that just came up for me. Try not to do any like waxing and remove any hair, I would say. Like you can cut the hair, but try not to put any like waxing chemical-y things there. Just be as natural as you can so you can get these things out the body. Okay? And yeah, that's pretty much the walkthrough for parasites. Do you guys have any questions before I wrap it up? Any questions before we wrap it up? Any questions, guys, before we wrap it up on a Friday? Okay. One thing I will leave you with to end this is that this journey this journey is not for everyone. Right? You have to be so strong-willed. Whenever you feel like giving up, I want you to do this. I want you to have a journal with you. And I want you to journal your why. Or you can even put it in the chat or comment if you're watching this video like maybe a couple later. Comment your why. Why do you want to heal your body? And try to expand on that. So if you have like a surface level, like, oh, I want to feel good, I want to look good. Okay, let's expand on that. Why do you want to look good? Why do you want to feel good? And I want you to read that to yourself every time you feel like giving up. And I also want you to expand on that. So if you say, oh, I want to feel good, okay, why? Because I feel like crap, or because like for so long I haven't loved myself, so like my body and my health reflects. Okay, but why? Like keep peeling that layer. Okay, love you guys so much. I'm gonna head out if you guys don't have any other questions.